Alright, so here we are on video number 2. Hopefully you got out your whiteboards and a dry erase marker. Okay. I'm going to switch up my screen here real quick so that we can look at a couple of things together. Now we have been looking at our fraction strips, right, and comparing different sizes with our fraction strips. But let's talk about if we compare some different sizes with a different object. Let's say pizza. So on your whiteboards, I want you to draw 5 circles. They need to all be the same size. Don't draw different size circles. Make 5 circles that are all the same size to represent pizza. While you are drawing your circles, I'm going to switch up my screen. Oh, look, there's David. Okay, so now you can see I've got some circles on mine too, and I've labeled them. Okay. The first thing I want you to think about is sharing a pizza. If we would break our pizza into halves and thirds. So, Jaden, I want you to pause the video and I want all of you to go ahead and break your pizzas into halves and thirds. So, break your pizzas into halves and thirds, pause the video so you have some time to do that. Okay, you should have broken them into halves and thirds. I'm going to do that now on mine. Get out my pen. Okay, so I'm going to break this one into halves. You are having trouble drawing thirds. It's a little tricky. I kind of put a dot here in the middle, and then you kind of make like a Y. So this is going to come up like that, and this will come down. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. Let me ask you something. If this was your favorite pizza, and you wanted the biggest piece you could get, would you rather have half of the pizza or a third of the pizza? Which one is the biggest unit? 1/2 or 1/3? Zachary, this time, first let me give you the directions. I want all of you to talk to your shoulder partner about that and decide which one's bigger, 1/2 or 1/3. Zachary, this time I want you to pause the video. Once people have had a chance to talk to their shoulder partner, that person sitting next to them, then you can hit play. What did you and your shoulder partner say? Okay. Personally, if it's my favorite type of pizza, I would much rather have half of that pizza. Not a third of it, because then I'd have to split it up amongst more people. Okay? I would just want half, because my half piece is still much larger than the third piece I have over here. Now, I want you to go ahead and break your pizzas into 4ths, 6ths, and 8ths. Do that on your whiteboard, breaking your pizzas up into 4ths, 6ths, and 8ths. Ladeza, pause our video, and once everyone has theirs broken up, you can hit play again. Okay, so you guys have them broken up into your pieces. I went ahead and broke up my 4ths and my 8ths already, so you can see those. 4ths and 8ths are pretty easy to do. Okay, so on the 4ths, we just did our 2 lines. On the 8ths, we have those same lines, and then it kind of has an X that comes through the middle like that. 6 might be a little bit tricky. Okay, so let me show you how I will do 6. And if you need to fix yours, you can pause the video and fix it. Okay, so on 6, I'm going to go ahead and make that Y just like I did on thirds. Got my big Y, and then I'm going to split each of those pieces into 2 parts. Okay, so I'm going to take that third, I'm going to split it into 2 parts. This third, split it into 2 parts. And my last third, split it into 2 parts. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. If you need to pause the video to fix your 6, go ahead and do that. What do you notice? The more we cut, what is happening to our pieces? When I cut it in half, I made 1 cut, and I had these 2 big pieces. When I cut it into thirds, okay, we've got 3 pieces, and they got a little bit smaller. Fourths, we had 4 pieces, and my pieces got even smaller. 6, I now have 6 pieces, and look how small they are. And by 8, my favorite pizza, I'm having to share it with so many people, my pieces are getting very small. So notice, the more pieces we have, the smaller they are. Okay, that's a really big idea. Okay, so Annika, I want you to pause the video. Wait, don't pause it yet. Okay, we are going to get out our math notebooks. Use with me. Get out these math notebooks, and we are going to turn to page 20. Let's see, what are we on? 22 and 23. Now remember, you're going to have to write that in there. It's blank right now. So write in page 22 and 23 on the bottom. Okay. Annika, pause the video to give everyone a chance to do that. Okay, so you should have your notebooks now. You should have labeled on the bottom 22 and 23. On page 23, up here at the top, we're going to put a label that says comparing fractions. Okay, and then we're going to write a note. So I'm going to move my computer. Okay, so you're going to write comparing fractions, and then your note is the more pieces there are, the smaller the piece. So the more pieces there are, the smaller the piece. Okay? Ladeza, go ahead and pause the video so everyone has time to finish writing that. Once everyone has finished writing it, then hit play again. Okay, so if you're done writing, your notebook should look something like this. Ooh, let me move it over so you can see it. It's comparing fractions. The more pieces there are, the smaller the piece. Okay, so now at this point, I need you to get out your orange math journals. Your orange math journals. Okay, we are going to turn to pages 68 and 69 in your orange math journal. Zachary, pause the video to let everyone get a chance to get their journals and open up to that page. Once everyone has gotten to that page, then you will continue working in your math journals. Okay, I'm going to go big screen again so you guys can see me. I'm going to pause this video right here, and I'm going to do a video number 3 that is just based on your math journal. Okay. So, I want, this time Jaden, you're going to help to pull up video number 3. If you need to go get Miss Hatcher and ask her to help you get video number 3 up, you can do that now. Okay. This video will just go ahead and end. You don't have to pause it. This video will end, and you'll bring up video number 3 to work in our math journals. The rest of you, while you're waiting on Jaden, go ahead and read the first problem in your math journal. And if you think you can get started on that, you can go ahead and do that. It asks us to do some shading on that first one. Okay. And you can just simply shade that with a pencil. You don't have to go get crayons or a highlighter or anything like that.